I can see you far and wide across the ocean, above the clouds. In your presence I am free. I hear your whisper through the wind. Here right now, there's no place that I would rather be. So let this moment last. I've searched myself, I've tried to figure out who I am, and you were always there to lift me up. 'Cause no one else can make me love like you. You give me strength, Lord, I finally know where I belong. I can feel you in the sunlight and through the cold nights. When I close my eyes, I am walking, oh Lord, beneath the starlight, a love so pure. Right now, there's no place that I would rather be. So let this moment last. I've searched myself, I've tried to figure out who I am, and you were always there to lift me up. 'Cause no one else can make me love like you. You give me strength, Lord, I finally know where I belong.
Hello friends, so I was busy editing the video that you've seen. Today it's Wednesday and I could not go to work today because my baby girl was not feeling well, so we're from the doctor now. While I was busy editing, I just thought, let me come here and share a bit of my background so that maybe you can know me better, of how I grew up and how growing up it has influenced who I am today. And as you've seen that I went to work the previous day and I also went for shopping. Every time when I go for shopping, for me, it's a privilege that I will never ever take for granted. And why is that? At home we are 5 and I'm a second born. And you know, my parents tried to give us the best that they could, but I do not want to lie. Life was so difficult for all of us as a family, and I'm so grateful for my mom, because not even a day she ever took us somewhere for us to stay somewhere, but she always kept us together and fought life together with us. And just for me to go back a bit, when I was in primary school, life was so difficult, and what I remember was that my dad, where he used to work, he used to bring buckets, and me and my sister, if we were not going to school or it was weekend or during school holidays, me and my sister, there was a specific place where my mom would ask us to go there, and then when we have sold those, usually my dad will bring around 4 of them, and then we'll go there and they will buy them, and each was 10 rand. And after we received that money, my mom will say we should maybe take 10 rand from there or 20 rand from there, and then we'll go buy electricity, and then we'll know that the remaining 20 rand will come back home so happy, because we'll know that at least my mom will be able to buy for us bread, and then we will also have money for isishebo later. I do believe that, you know, there are times where our parents tried to provide for us, but there was a time where they also didn't know where to get the next meal, and we will eat pap and fried onion at home, or at times the maize meal will not be enough for us to make pap, and my mom will make porridge. And from then, because there was no sugar, just for taste, for the porridge to have taste, we would eat porridge with salt, just, you know, just for it to have taste. Life was so difficult, and I know that I used to love playing so much, and in the community, older people used to say to me, hey, when I don't like wearing shoes, hey, when I and they didn't know that I only had two shoes, school shoes, and shoes that I will wear only when I went to church on Sunday. And at home, obviously, they will not want me to wear those shoes that I will wear on Sunday, because like I like playing so much outside that I'll come back like icathulo sezimoshekile. So I will prefer not to wear shoes, and just go and play with my feet. And even during the winter, it was that case. My mom could not even stop me to go and play, so she would just allow me to go and play. And I think there are just those moments as a child that you will never forget them. So I had these Buccaneer shoes, those for girls. You know, you as time went by, they will open zizovulega, and as zivulega, and then they'll go to the tailor, the person that fix shoes, and they will open, and, you know, as time goes on, they end up being small. My dad, okay, bought new shoes for me, and then those shoes, my dad cut them here behind. I remember I was so happy that at least I have shoes that I can wear when I go to play. People are not going to say I don't like wearing shoes. I remember when I went outside being happy, and I met some kids, not my friends, but kids from the location, how they made fun of that situation. And I remember I just played for 30 minutes, and I went back home. I put those shoes away because they made fun of the fact that, oh look, icathulo zakhe, the icathulo zesikolo bazenze like amachapachapa. I just went back home, and then I ngiyazifihla lezo icathulo lezo, so that my dad would not say no. Then I went home, and then as a child, you know, you continue playing, and that was just the life. And then it went up until high school. You know, in primary school also, when it comes to CVs is where you don't wear your school uniform, you wear just casual clothes. I used to hate CVs so much because I didn't have enough clothes. I just wish I had this photo. I have a picture of myself in my mind. There was this blue dress that my mom bought for me for Christmas, and I wore it throughout the year when it was CVs. And I had this yellow jersey, and I will wear that, and I will change maybe this week. If maybe I wore the Sunday shoes, then the next week I'll wear the same dress with the school shoes. It went even up until high school. After exams, usually we will not go to school, right? So most kids will not attend. So I also will not attend. And then I will give my sister an empty lunchbox that when she's dishing up for herself, can she also dish up for me? And then she will keep it for me, and after school he will come and give to me. And that was the only meal that I will have at that time. In the morning, let's say we didn't eat anything, and I could just not wait for her to come back so that I can eat that food. So life was so difficult for me. And then that's where, when I was in grade 10, that's where I got introduced, to God. But life was also difficult then. Life was also difficult, and even turkeys like amateki, I didn't have them. I didn't have the privilege of wearing a turkey. My mom, the only thing that she could afford is pumps or amapaka. Ne? And that transpired even when I was old. In varsity, I used to wear amapaka and I used to wear pumps. Even when I started working, those were the things that I used to wear, that I will be comfortable to buy them. And even when I was married, I think a year ago we were talking with my sister, and my sister was saying I no longer want to wear pumps anymore. And that's when I decided, you know what, I should not, because they are not comfortable. My husband will buy for me amateki, and I will give them away. I give them to my sister, to my mom, because it's an item that I was not comfortable with. It is only now where I am able to wear them, and even to wash them, for me it's a challenge. Like, it's my husband who does it, because it's an item that I'm still teaching myself to be comfortable wearing them. When I was in varsity, my mom only afforded to give me 300 rand my first year and second year. Every month she would give me 300 rand, and from that 300 I had to separate my tithe from it, and then I was left with 270, and I had to survive with that 270 for the entire month. And I could not even call and say, mommy, my food is finished. I had to work, like, I had to see that, like, that food pushes me throughout the month, so that, because I know back at home they're also struggling. If I'm going to call, then it's going to be difficult. Like, in university, I had few items of clothes. I even shoes, like, my mom would afford pumps. I would wear pumps. In university, I was staying in a commune, where we were sharing one kitchen, and I would see people eating like nice food. And I'm not saying that they were not struggling, but for me it was a shame. And it was better when I was doing third year, because third year we were every month given 500 rand, so it was now better compared to that 270. So my mom, at least then, she was no longer helping that much. And someone can be even shocked. Things like Danone, body yoki sip, body beggar, like, those are the things that I started buying for myself when I started working, because at home they could not afford them. So why am I sharing this? I just said the only thing that I had was God, and I had to study. Those were the two things that I was focused on. I never said that, no, my parents at home, like, sihluphekile, then I'm gonna go outside and do all these bad things or whatever. But I held on two things, which is God, and I went to school. I told my mom, I want to go to school. And I thank God, because when I completed my matric 2010, where I used to study my primary, they called me, and I went, and they said, no, I can come and volunteer. And then every month they will give me soaps. At that time I didn't know, but I do believe it was just God showing me that he is there for me. And when it was time for me to go to varsity, I told them, and they gave me books from the school, they gave me pens. Others they brought, because they knew that I was not gonna stay at home. Others they came with duvet covers. They did try where they could. And I went to study, and I was just focused, and I did finish in record time. I did my first qualification, and I did my second qualification for a year, and then that's where I was able to become a teacher today. And I'm sharing this just to encourage someone that if you have God, you have everything. And in your struggle, when you have someone assisting you with something, it is just God showing you that he is with you. When you find a solution where there was no solution, it is just God saying, I am with you. We may not see or hear the voice, but it is God. And I know that all of us, we can share our struggles, but He is God. So me being able to buy food for my kids now, just being able to afford that, it's a blessing for me that I can never take for granted, because my parents really struggled to do that. My dad was also in debt, you know, my mashonisa, loans, but by the mercies of God, my older sister, the firstborn, she's in finance. She has a diploma in finance. Then I'm a teacher, and then the third born, she has a diploma in human resource. The younger brother that I have, he is in IT, and the last born, he's also working, and he also has a qualification. He is working for government. So God has never, like never, even though things were so difficult, today we look back and we see the mercies of God. So I'm just here to encourage you that let's hold on to God. If you are young and you're watching this, go to school. If you have time, you know what, even if you're not young, if you're watching this, go to school, go to study, and then trust God. If you say, you know what, I have a qualification, let's find side hustles, let's work, so that our kids, they don't get to live the life that we lived, Tina. And it is possible to come out of any situations that you might be facing. And I really hope that you are encouraged today. I hold on to Christ and never give up. Until next time, bye.